Hello guys, my name is Alex and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we will be learning graphic design fundamentals, alright? We will begin with actual design principles, we'll move on to actually color theory, and then we will conclude it with actually typography, alright? These are actually graphic design fundamentals or foundation that you need to understand before we actually progress with our graphic design in Canva, alright? Canva is a graphic design tool and we need to actually set this foundation very fast before we progress in our designing in Canva, right? This course I have break it into parts, alright? I have break it into part 1, 2, 3 as we go of the masterclass course. Now to actually correctly follow along with this course, check out on the video description for a link of actually graphic design in Canva playlist in order for you to actually follow along very well in a structured manner, all right? And this course is part of our digital computer packages course, which includes Google Workspace training, ChatGPT training, Canva training, and WordPress training, all right? Support the channel by actually subscribing to the channel, then like the video, and also share the video to your friends, all right? Now we are actually continuing with our Canva Masterclass. Before we continue, let's continue actually the theory part, a little bit of about graphic design. Canva is actually a graphic design tool, and you need to have the basic understanding of graphic design fundamentals. These are actually rules that you need to actually follow when you need to actually design fundamentals, right? Or foundations you need to have, all right? The foundation you need to have is actually design principles. These are actually rules of design, all right? Principles of designs. The design principles are the foundation of all good design. They guide how elements are actually arranged so your design looks professional, clear, and actually effective. The design principle number 1 is actually called alignment, all right? Alignment means aligning elements so they line up properly, all right? Alignment is what? Alignment means arranging elements so they line up properly, all right? Why it matters? It creates a clean, organized look of your design. It improves, for example, readability of your design. It makes design look professional, and the type of alignment you have, for example, the left alignment. This one is actually the most common. For example, this presentation that you see, it is actually left alignment type. You see, these lines of actually the text, they are not equal. This one is actually the left alignment. Is actually the most common, all right? And then you have center alignment, meaning your design are actually centered on the Canva or on the page that you are actually designing. And then you have right alignment. All actually the elements start from the right of the design. And then you have the best practices. You need to actually avoid placing elements randomly. Every text or image should be actually visually connected. We will be actually applying alignment in our design in future as we go practically, all right, to actually the practical use case of a Canva. I will be showing you that one, all right? Then the second design principle, we have contrast, right? Contrast is actually the difference between elements to make them stand out. It is actually the difference. For example, we have a heading and then you have a subheading. Now how do you contrast those two type of actual elements in a design? For example, it's actually the difference between elements to make them stand out. For example, we have a heading, then you have, for example, the body, you have the image, then you have the text. Now that one is actually called contrast, right? Example of contrast, for example, light versus dark colors, right? You can actually get to contrast that one. Then you can contrast, for example, big versus small text. For example, I have told you about heading and actually the body text. And then bold versus thin fonts, right? Why it matters is actually grab attention and then highlights important information first and then improves readability. And the example you're going to say, a white text on a dark background is easier to actually read than a light gray on actually a white, all right? On white, that one is actually contrast. Then we have the third design principle. We have hierarchy, all right? Hierarchy is actually the third design principle. Hierarchy is about organizing content in order of actually importance, all right? That one is actually hierarchy of prioritization, right? From actually organizing content in order of actually importance. The more important it stand out, or it come first, right? For example, how to create a hierarchy: use larger text for headings, use bold fonts for actually key points, and then use colors to actually highlight important information. Why it matters? guides the viewer eyes. All right, that one is actually hierarchy. It makes information easy to actually scan. All right, you can actually get to scan the information. And then the fourth design principle, we have balance. Balance is actually the distribution of visual weight in a design. Balance, how elements are actually balanced in your design, is the visual distribution of visual element, or is the balance is actually the distribution of visual weight in a design. Type of balance have symmetrical, equal on both sides, or formal or actually clean. That one is type of balance. Then you have asymmetrical, unequal but balanced. All right, modern and actually dynamic type of actually balance. Right, why it matters? To prevent design from actually failing heavy or actually or feeling heavy or messy. All right, it creates stability. And then you have the fifth type of actual design principle, which is actually white space, or you can call it the negative space. All right, white space is actually the empty space around an element. Empty space around an element, it is called white space, which is actually a design principle that you need to follow when designing any type of design in future as we go with you on this Canva masterclass. All right, why it matters? For example, improve clarity, and then it reduces clutter. Those are actually important of actual white space. And then how it makes design look modern and actually premium. The common mistakes trying to actually fill every space results is actually overcrowded design. All right, don't overcrowd things or clutter main design element on your design. All right, now let's talk about color theory as fast. I'm moving very fast. All right, these are actually theoretical knowledge about graphic design that we need to actually get to understand. Color theory. Color is one of the most powerful tools in actual design. It influences, for example, emotion, attention, and actually perception. All right, we have under color theory have something called the color wheel basics. All right, the color wheel helps you understand how colors actually relate. All right, we have the primary colors on the color wheel. For example, we have red, blue, and yellow. Then we have secondary color. We have continued actually the color wheel. We got actually green, orange, and then purple. The types of actual color, we have primary colors I have shown you, for example, red, blue, and actually yellow. The secondary color mix of actually the primary colors to come up with actually green, orange, and actually purple. Right? Then we have tertiary colors, mix of actually primary plus secondary, and it's just a continuation, right, of mix of actually primary, and then you mix of actually secondary. Those are actually the color wheel. All right. Then we have the second type of under the color theory, have something called the color combinations. All right, good color combination make a design visually appealing. Common color scheme, for example, monochromatic, for example, one color, different shades. Complementary, opposite colors, for example, blue and orange. Right, then you have analogous colors next to each other. Right, those are actually types of color combinations. All right, common color schemes, we have monochromatic, complementary, analogous. Right, these are actually theoretical knowledge about graphic design. All right, and then best practices, we have use 2 or 3 main colors to avoid confusion. And then the emotional impact of actual color is actually colors communicate feeling and actually meaning. All right, color, as you can see on this presentation, I have actually get used, for example, 3 types of colors. All right, we got actually yellow, we got actually blue, and then we got actually black. All right, this one it communicate feelings and actually the meaning. Then you have example of color red, energy. The type of the color called red, the meaning behind the red is actually energy. That is the meaning, urgency, passion. All right, then blue most of the time is actually for trust and then professionalism. Then you have green is actually for growth and actually health. Those are actually the meaning of colors. Then you have yellow, it's actually for happiness and attention. All right, and then you have black for luxury and power, also authorities. That on the black. All right, applications actually use color intentionally depending on your message or a brand. All right, colors communicate emotions and actual feelings. Consider actually understand colors, the meaning behind each color that you use, for example, in your design or in your brand. Then the fourth color theory is actually choosing the brand colors. For example, when selecting colors for a brand, consider, for example, the target audience, people who are actually going to interact with actually the brand, the industry. All right, and actually the message you want to communicate. Best practice rule: 1 primary color, 1 to 2 secondary colors, and then 1 neutral color. For example, white, black, or actually gray. Those are actually neutral colors. All right, Then let's move on to actually typography, or you can call it type. All right, typography, or you can call it type. Typography is the art of arranging text to make it readable and actually visually appealing. All right, we have, for example, under typography, we have something called font types. We have two types of font. We have serif fonts. This one have small lines at the ends. All right, serif fonts have small lines at the end of the edge. Do you see on this design? I'm using sans serif. They don't have small line on the edge. All right, it look traditional and actually professional. It is used for actually formal design or print. Those are actually the serif type of font. Most of the time it got actually fit on the edge. All right, the sans serif fonts clean and actually modern, no extra lines, for example, on the edge of the font, and actually used for actually digital design, social media design. All right, for example, the type you are actually seeing here, the font type that you are actually seeing on this presentation, is actually the sans serif type of fonts. Sans serif fonts, for example, this font here, the typography, this one, the yellow one here, is actually Poppins. Poppins is actually a sans serif font. And then this one on the board here, this one is actually Open Sans. All right, these are actually sans serif fonts on this presentation that you're actually seeing. All right, you have, and then sans serif fonts, most of the time they got actually fit on the edge. All right, for example, Times New Roman, Georgia, those are actually sans serif, or they are serif fonts. All right. Then we have another type of font which is not most popular. It's called the script fonts. Looks like handwritten, all right, or look like handwriting font, all right. Used for actually invitation, creative designs, all right. Then we have another typography. We move on to actually font pairing. Font pairing is combining fonts that work well together. All right, you combine two or more fonts that work together. For example, rule for good pairing. For example, use maximum of 2 to 3 fonts. Don't use many fonts. For example, in your brand or in your design. All right, don't use just a maximum of 2 to 3 fonts. Then combine contrast. All right. For example, bold and actually light fonts. Avoid using similar fonts together. All right. And then example, can say heading is actually bold sans serif, and then body is actually symbol sans serif. And then for example, let's move on to actually readability of the font. Readability and hierarchy. Typography should be actually easy to read. The key tips, for example, use large fonts for headings, keep body text simple, and actually avoid overly decorative fonts. Right, ensure strong contrast with the backgrounds. Right, those are actually layout is how elements are actually arranged on a page. For example, you can use a grid system to actually arrange the fonts in your design. For example, a grid is a structure that helps organize content. Why use grids? Keep design aligned, create consistency, and then improves readability, for example, in your design. Example, you can say, for example, social media posts often use invisible grids to actually position text and images. All right, now for example, typography, we've got actually something called spacing and margins. All right, spacing refers to actually the space between elements. All right, for example, a text, all right, the space between elements. All right, and in types of space, for example, we have two types of spacing. We have margin and actually padding. Padding most of the time is actually the inside space on the element. All right, then we have margin. It's actually the outside space on the element. All right, then why it matters, for example, prevent clutter, and then it actually improves clarity. And then under the typography, we got actually the visual flow of actually your design element. For example, visual flow is how the viewer eye moves through a design, right? It's how the eye moves through a design. Most of the time, when you see, for example, a design, you start, for example, with the big text that stand out or the heading, and then you visually flow with actually that design, right? Common patterns, for example, people usually scan design actually in a Z pattern or F pattern, right? How to control the flow? Use hierarchy. That one is actually a design principle. Hierarchy, for example, heading 1, heading 2, all right, that way, the different colors, right? And then place key elements strategically, and then guide attention using size and actually color. Now that one conclude module 2 of our Canva, of our graphic design with actually Canva, right? That one concludes somehow the theory part of actually the graphic design with Canva, and now we are actually getting to actually the practical, right? The practical use of actually the software of Canva in designing social media graphics print design, and many more design on Canva. All right, now here's actually, for example, now let's conclude actually module 2 summary. On this module 2, we are talking about apply key design principles, for example, alignment, contrast, hierarchy, balance, and then white space. I have talked about many design principles. These are like rules that you need to follow when you're actually designing the design. All right, and then you use color effectively to communicate and actually attract attention. All right, and then choose and combine fonts professionally, and then structure design using proper layouts and actually compositions on actually your design. All right, those are actually summaries. Module 2 summary. Now next is actually practical. All right, and design begin with actually doing these practicals before we now dive in Canva on actually designing. All right. Complete part-time digital computer packages course by simply WhatsApping me on this number you're seeing on the screen of this actually post. You will get all learning resources used in part-time digital computer packages. You will get projects used in part-time digital computer packages, all 12 projects of actually the packages. And then you will get certificate of completion after completing part-time digital computer packages for portfolio making certificate. And then you will have my personal and community support, and then you will have learning plan and timetable guidance for you, and then you will have exercises and project submission for assessment. I will be assessing each and every one assessment. All right, now WhatsApp me and let's keep learning, creating, and actually thriving digitally.